Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I hope and pray Ramadan has started off with a good start for all of you, insha'Allah ta'ala. So, in the story of Yusuf, Yusuf sees a dream. إني رأيت أحد عشر كوكبا والشمس والقمر رأيتهم لي ساجدين. He goes to his father and he says, "Oh father," Yaqub alayhi salatu wasalam, his father Jacob, "I've seen 11 stars. رأيت أحد عشر كوكبا." I've seen the sun and the moon, and I'm seeing them prostrating before me. We dream in the Bible, in Genesis, is very, very interesting. The Bible presents Yusuf as being sort of arrogant and showing off. But in the Quran, we don't find that. In the Quran, he's confused and he goes to his father. His father, being the one who really cares about his son, says, لا تقصص رؤياك على إخوتك. Don't tell your brothers about your dream. فيكيدوا لك كيدا. They might scheme or they might plot against you. And then Yaqub teaches us something very, very interesting. إن الشيطان للإنسان عدو مبين. That the Shaytan is an open enemy for humankind. So he's saying that the brothers might do something. If they find out, they might get jealous over you. But ultimately, he's mentioning or placing the blame on his enemy and our enemy, which is Shaytan. You'll see this throughout Surah Yusuf, that Shaytan doesn't actually appear as a character, but he's always mentioned, he's always blamed as the one who tries to create disunity. So that's my first message in this video, that Shaitan will always seek ways and opportunities to take people apart, either between husband and wife, between siblings, between uncles, aunties, friends, colleagues. So Shaitan is always going to be the one who is whispering rumors into your heart. So whenever you have a doubt about someone or something that someone is doing, maybe it's your wife, maybe it's your husband, maybe it's your colleague, someone that you work with, pick up the phone and talk to them straight away. Have a dialogue with them. We're all guilty of this. Often problems come about because people are not communicating with each other. Lack of communication leads to disintegration. We're all guilty of this. And husband and wife, they come home and they're on their phone, they're not talking to each other, leads to problems. Friends, colleagues on a project, continuous dialogue. So this is the first message that I want to share with you. Always have an open mindset, have dialogue with people. And if you've heard something, you're not sure if it's true or not, pick up the phone and talk to that person. Do your research. Allah mentions in the Quran elsewhere that if you hear something, then you should do tabayyun. You should try and find out what is really happening. So that's the first point in today's lesson. The second thing is that when we have something that's happening for us, that's something really, really good, often we should be judicious. We should be careful with whom we share that information. Not everything needs to be shared on Instagram, for example, because there are always people out there who don't want you to be successful. Dare I say, people watching me right now on YouTube will be watching it only to see if Maulana Haroon makes a mistake, so then I can refute him. There are people like that all the time. So sometimes you have to be very circumspect about what you share and the sort of good things that are happening in your life. And sometimes it's best to keep them private. So this dream is something strange for Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam. So this is the second thing, that not everything needs to be shared. And sometimes people who are closest to you, your own family, your own cousins, are usually the most envious of your success. So this is the second lesson we learn in today's video from this reflection of Surah Yusuf. That doesn't mean you don't share good news. Share it with people who you know care about you, who really want you to be successful. So it brings joy and happiness. And we should sometimes think about sharing good news because it acts as an inspiration for other people. But do it from a position of sincerity and be aware that not everybody wants good for you. Thirdly, we learn this adab that ultimately with Yaqub alayhi salatu wasalam, the father of Yusuf, you learn that he blames Shaytan in the end. Inna shaytana lil insani aduwwun mubin. It's the devil who is really your open enemy. He's declared war against you. So you should be aware of the tricks of Shaytan. And maybe in a future series, we'll look at the tricks and machinations and the planning and the scheming that Shaytan does. But also, at a fifth level, for today's video, we should also learn about the bad things that one should not have in their lives. Bad traits, for example, jealousy, hatred, enmity, trying to break people apart. These are things which are called devilish traits, shaitaniyat. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to protect us. So in this month of Ramadan, I want you to think about what we've discussed. The main thing is that when something good happens for you, thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Pray 2 rak'at, make sujood to Allah, be grateful for what you have, and not everything needs to be shared. Think carefully about what you need to share. I'll share one more beautiful insight and I'll end with this from Imam Razi. May Allah be pleased with him. He says in his tafsir that Allah's mercy is such that when people see bad dreams and they're about to appear, they usually happen very, very quickly. Bad things happen very, very quickly. As for good things, good dreams, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because He's also merciful and He cares about His servants, good dreams take time to unravel, unfold, because Allah wants you to enjoy that experience. So often in our times, we want to rush everything, we want everything right now. And think about enjoying the experience. I hope you've enjoyed the experience of this series already, insha'Allah ta'ala, and I'll see you in the next video. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. The success of our channel is all down to our viewers, people like yourselves. So make sure you like, subscribe, share the content that we produce. And if you really want to support us, you can do financially. The link is provided here. And we'd love for you to be on this journey with us of spreading the sacred knowledge and guiding people to the truth of Islam.